traders, Joseph here from Eightcap. Welcome to 2024. So we're just starting with just a quick update. We aren't doing any of our usual updates until next week, which include the week ahead and the outlook. There's been a couple movements this week that we should really touch on. The dollar's been one of them, so we're just really going to be focusing on the dollar today. A couple stock indices, oil, and cryptocurrencies yesterday. So starting really just with dollar. So the dollar's continued to flex, and we've seen this continued rally into the new year, and it's all the way back up to 102.46. It's still higher at this stage today after putting on 234. This is the fifth positive session in a row, and it's been hitting gold and hitting risk currencies. Now we've also seen this is also from the message from some of the Federal Reserve banks that and the Fed itself, the central bank in the US, that rate hikes could still be on the table, and they're still looking at possibly continuing this restrictive policy for some period of time. Rate cuts as well. They're still maybe in the pipe works, but there's nothing definite about them at the moment. The US 30 had a bit of a move lower, and it started to follow the Nasdaq. We've seen a few decent falls on the Nasdaq in the last couple of days, and we can see them there, and also on the S&P as well. So there's been a couple of decent falls on the indices, and the German 30 is another key one in Germany. We saw that yesterday. We do remember the previous day where we saw that amazing rally all the way up. That was cut down. We saw it fade, and then we saw yesterday that really strong move lower, and it's broken through that support level here, and then it's also putting pressure on that fast trend here and the overall trend as well. So these are some of the markets we're keeping an eye on at the moment. Now, with oil, so we'll finish with crypto, but oil's really got our attention. Sorry, I don't know why I just did that. But just looking at oil here on the daily chart, we can see this initial move down. We had a rally up, we had a rejection, and now we have a new higher low coming off a previous area of demand. So this bar here has really got our attention at the moment, and we are going to continue to watch oil just to see if a new trend can get going. It's a pretty strong looking setup at the moment here, so we can see that really nice firm higher low. That area of demand really stretches all the way down to 67.63, and then we saw that new low at 69.06, and then just that support area at 70.23. So we really want to see if the market can hold above, really at a baseline 71 down to 71.50, and if we can see a new rally up to test 73.74, and then up again to test 75.21. If we can see a break of that area, we could have a new trend in play, and we'll just look to see if buyers can build off some quite bullish signs we are seeing price wise. We could even see a bit more of a range setup, but at the moment we want to see if buyers can continue this momentum. And also looking at cryptos now. So cryptos had a bit of a shock last night. I don't know if you're watching it or if you are trading in cryptos. It really did affect the majority of the coins. The big two like Bitcoin and Ethereum probably got off the lightest in terms of when the dust settled, but we can see Ethereum had a crunching move lower. That move was it was around 15% at lower at one stage, and we can see Bitcoin as well. Really crunching moves. This is across all of the key coins. You can see ADA here as well. I think so just skipping through a few of them, you can just see some of the damage. Now at one stage, Ripple XRP, it traded all the way back down through that support level here, and we saw it touch all the way back down to this level here at 52 cents. So it hadn't been down to 52 cents for for a fair period of time. We're going back all the way back down to when it came off the original move up, when it had that minor win against the SEC. But it has come back up against support. It's still sitting a little bit dangerously below it. Some of the other darlings of the market, so Sol's back to $100, but it did trade under $100 yesterday, got down to 91. Buyers are starting to come back in the market now. Same with Ava as well. Ava was absolutely crunched. It got all the way back down to levels not seen for a while. So this is all about speculation. The SEC is going to reject the ETF, Bitcoin ETF, and with a lot of this rally being driven by that Bitcoin ETF and bringing cryptocurrencies into the mainstream basically in terms of the financial world, and opening it up to all types of different investors, also opening the door for other ETFs with other cryptocurrencies. It's really to shock the market, and we were going to continue to keep an eye on this, and just what we really are pondering at the moment is this a pullback, and will we see buyers come back into the market, or is this something a little bit more dangerous? I really think that lower high here for Sol was a bit of a warning. Now, no way did we ever think that we were going to see a move lower like that, but definitely it was a little bit of a writing on the wall there. How it went all the way back up to test that 116, but it failed really badly, and we just saw that rejection, and then we're selling yesterday. So we'll continue to just keep an eye on the markets and just to see if this is really just a pullback and if we're going to see a new move higher and this trend to continue. But I think it's quite fragile in terms of what the market expects from the ETF being approved. And if anything negative does continue to come out from the SEC, or if we do even see them put in some sort of break against the Bitcoin ETF, we would expect a lot more heavy selling to come into the market, with people racing to get out who have been driven in by basically the hype surrounded with this ETF's induction. So that's some of the things to watch out for with crypto, in the short to medium term. Otherwise, depending on where you're in, if you're in quite low and you're prepared to weather the storm, definitely weather it. But if you are, sort of in certain areas, definitely manage your risk and just be aware of, sharp shocks, and just have a cool head, because we do know how quickly crypto can move up and how fast it can move down, and we really saw that yesterday in some of those real plunges that we saw lower yesterday. So that's some of the things we are keeping an eye on. So definitely crypto, are we going to see these pullbacks turn into, back into rallies? Are they a pullback that people are talking about buying, that's just buying the pullbacks, or should we be a little bit more nervous about this at the moment? Are these types of patterns we're looking at here more, types of distribution type tops, and could these be a little bit of a warning that it could be a little bit overdone? I think some of these questions will be answered in the next couple of weeks. Oil as well, a big favorite to keep an eye on at the moment, is to see if we can see some further bullish confirmation in the bullish price pattern, price signs we are seeing at the moment. And also with stocks, where are we at the moment with stocks? Is this just a bit of a pullback like we're seeing in crypto, and will we see continuations form? For the US 30, we'd really want to see a move back up to test and break 37.765, and then keep going higher. And then also with the DAX, we want to see a little bit more buyer confirmation that the selling has stopped, maybe a higher low, and then a move back up to test and break this area here at 16.791. So there's some of the things, thoughts we are thinking about, and we will resume our normal market updates and our normal our normal videos in line from next week, with the outlooks, the weekly wrap, and then the economic outlook as well. So that will come into play from next Monday. So we thought we'd just post this for a few questions and a few observations as we move into the new year. So I hope you all had a fantastic new year and Christmas period. We wish you all the best for 24, and we will have more content coming out from next week. So all the best and good trading, and bye from us at Eightcap.